thanks so much for coming to my podcast.
This is Larry King's set.
Oh, I know. I really wanted to have this, square black glass frame,
Just embodied Larry King's spirit.
King, yeah, exactly.
And that's very on brand to you, I think.
Oh, really?
Well, in the terms of like, you were like a political...
Oh, I
you
thought
a little more political.
I thought in terms of my age,
That's you projecting. That's nothing. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, like somebody who is classy and also respected in the community in the way.
Oh man, now I'm slightly embarrassed. But thank you.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. So
thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, glad to have you here.
Before we go into it, can I just say that?
Yeah.
It's really now there's a documented evidence that we're friends, which is my camera. We got to document this.
What do you mean?
You're like, we're not friends. No, but it's so cool to be sitting here with you because you're like very well known. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
This is a nice moment.
Yeah. Well known to certain circles,
That's not true.
I'm a household name in my family,
That's a good joke.
But actually, you probably feel this way too if you travel abroad sometimes. Nobody's really that famous. I just feel that you could be a huge star in America, but if you go to Africa or Asia, nobody knows who you are.
That's
exactly.
Very true.
Yeah. But then, especially in LA, people sometimes get into their head,
right.
I'm big,
Right.
Yeah, but sometimes what bothers, kind of funny too, some dudes are just, had this ego only because they know certain celebrities or they saw some celebrities.
They see them, they're like, man, I am better.
I'm better.
I shook this person's hand.
Man. If
you had to choose between being very, very famous or kind of anonymous but still being successful relatively, would you choose the latter?
I would choose the latter, but it's impossible in our business. Seriously.
Right.
Right. I remember hearing this in China that summarized this really well. So in show business, if you're not hot, then you're dead. But once you're huge, you'd rather be dead. That's this business.
Wow.
Yeah, you think about it.
Hey, guys, stay in school, everybody. Word from the legendary Joe Wong. Stay in school is what he just said.
Because in this business, you have to be famous. But after you're famous, oh man, the different things, the rumors, and there's just so much stress from all different angles.
What are some of the things that you really disliked when you were like at the peak fame, when you were with at the correspondent dinner, or not correspondent dinner with
it's just like
Joe Biden?
Yeah, sometimes I don't know if this person's really nice to me or if they just try to use me for something. For example. Sometimes they were like, I'm a producer. I got this project. Let's go to this place to talk about it. I was like, oh, great, We go there and there's this opening ceremony for their tea house. It just happens I'm there. They're like, hey, why did you cut the
What? They done that?
Oh, they've done it.
No way.
Oh yeah, there's so many different things.
They invited you to a place out of kindness, as you thought, and then you go and they're like, hey, would you like to speak? What?
I know. Yeah, there are things like that. So if you're upset, then they will say, oh, he's a jerk. It's the same thing with people taking pictures with you, which is fine. I usually try to accommodate.
Right.
But then some people, after taking a picture with me, they would go online and say, well, he was so reluctant. I was like, what? But you can't win. So. Yeah.
You know what's really... So this happened to me recent. Oh, is it okay if we talk really like this? For a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think... So I was doing a show in San Jose this past week, and it doesn't. So a lot of the times, comedians, when we say we sold out a show, it could be 20 seats or 200.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, or 20,000.
Yeah, or 20,000. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
But so the show was sold out, the one, and then I had for the first time like 4-5 people DM me going like, hey, you know, I really wanted to support you, but I couldn't get the tickets. Can you get us some tickets? What do you mean? Can you support me and can I give you tickets?
Oh, there are a lot of these.
What are you talking about?
You know what I say to them lately?
What?
I was like, hey, how about this? I will give you $200. You buy the tickets for your friends. Yeah, I totally. I have, friends for like over a decade.
Right.
They're like, oh, I want to support you. Can you give me 7 tickets?
Where's the support coming from, man?
Yeah.
How is this supporting? Change your tone.
But the perception is now you're big. Now you should.
You should be giving.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's understandable. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess probably we get the most joy out of just telling jokes. Writing
That's
jokes and telling jokes. Yeah.
That's another thing.
Yeah.
Like I was thinking about this, and I think this comes up for a lot of comedians. Is there will be people who they will ask us questions that they may think it may seem like they care about us or wanted to really be interested in us, but really they want us. I think I mentioned to you this the other day, but they just want us to say how difficult it is and that we're failing, so they could feel good about maybe not having a passion, having a passion and pursuing a job or having a career that has a really low ceiling, so that they want us to be like, oh yeah, it's terrible. You know what I mean? They'll be like, hey, aren't you so tired? Aren't you sick of being an independent contractor? Wouldn't you want to just, get a job like me? But just
admit that you are wrong with your life choice.
Just admit, say that you did a wrong choice.
Yeah, no, yeah.
But the thing is we could also pursue another career now, like being an accountant or like a real estate agent. Sometimes something that is attainable that would have some sort of stability and be okay, but then we still want to do this because we really enjoy the process of writing and say what we want and call out the weird things of whatever we see that we observe in the world.
Of course, yeah. But I have to say that type of friends are not just in business that are not related to comedy.
They're everywhere.
Yeah, they're kind of everywhere. 'Cause, I remember another comedian told me when he was having a day job, sometimes his coworker was like, "Oh man, you look like shit today." He was like, "I felt fine until I said this." Yeah. And also, when I started doing comedy, there was this one comedian who tapes other comedian sets. I even hate looking myself on the camera. Sometimes I don't even do it. But then he tapes other people's sets. People would just ask him, "Why are you taping this guy's set?" He was like, "Oh, I just want to have a copy just in case, if I bomb one night, I'll just look at his tape. I feel better about myself."
Oh my God!
Yes.
Who said this?
There's some sick people.
Oh my God!
Yeah, it's called comparative psychology, I guess.
Okay, you know what though?
Yeah.
I don't know how close the timeline is from his bombing to feel better, because I did do that. Like I think 5 were, because I have videos of me bombing really hard.
Oh,
like in the beginning, 1-2 years into my thing. I still bomb now, but I would look at it like twice a year just to be like, oh God, all right, I guess, like I'm a little bit better.
Oh yeah. That's a positive way of using the footage, Right. Oh yeah, You know what? I remember once I actually got inspiration from listening to a tape of Eminem when he was 18 or 19.
Oh, it was bad?
Oh my God, it was horrible.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I was like, oh man, this dude can go from here to there. That's actually inspirational. Yeah.
Wait, what were you saying that? Because earlier before the camera was on, I was asking you about the writing process, and then because it seems like every time I see you, even if it within like 3 or 4 months, you have majority of new things, and it's very like because you're a really good writer. So then because sometimes people have performance, you know what I mean? Some people perform better or better writer or whatever, but you're both. But you're a really strong writer, so. Your punchlines are very clear, and I think it's really hard to write like really clear punchlines all the time. So I was asking you, I'm like, damn, like, do you have? Because it's really hard for me to.
Yeah, but there's a lot of trial and failure, though. It's just,
right.
You know, yeah, that's what I keep saying. You know, anybody has to bomb. If you don't bomb, it just means. You're not trying hard enough, you know.
Right.
Yeah, because once you bomb a joke, it's like, oh no, if you don't like the subject matter at all, it's like, forget about it. But you still like it, then that just makes you try harder, I think.
You mentioned this at the club we were doing the thing, and you were saying that I just heard the camera turn off, so I don't know if that's it. No. But you were saying the thing. You said that why don't they glorify the failures more than
the losers? Yeah,
that's such a good point.
Oh yeah, I mean that's my recent topic I've been working on. It's just like it's just I want to make a case for all the losers in this world, you know, because without losers there's no winners, and no winners are ever on the podium thanking losers, you know?
Right.
Thank you so much for the losers out there,
right? And
to
that's
make
everybody.
This possible,
right?
Yeah.
And also, it's not relatable.
Oh yeah,
yeah. I mean, winning is not relatable at the moment. But it's right.
I know, yeah, I mean, people are, he's a champion. Yeah, well, it's great. But then absolutely the best you've done is like recognized for participation or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
But still, you applaud them. It's a weird thing.
Oh, you said, I think the Time magazine.
Oh yeah. The Time magazine People of the Year should be losers. Every year.
Every year. Yeah, and tell their story.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
So that the other people who are losers could see maybe the past success that they have without, you know.
Yeah, that's why sometimes when I go to these open mics, you know, I know they're just starting, they didn't get the punchline right, but then their stories are amazing.
Right.
Yeah, it's just that, you know, if you're not famous enough, people don't pay attention, but they have great stories.
Great stories.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of time before they figure out how to make it funny.
Exactly, yeah. I just remember, but... no, I'm not saying if you're a new guy, you can't have great jokes.
Yeah.
That's not true either. Because when I started in Boston, I went to a stand-up comedy class. And during the class, we have a classmate who was I think an accountant or something. He still is. He never tried stand-up after the class.
Uh-huh.
But the first joke he told the class was, I went to my grandma's house this Sunday. I saw a vibrator. I'm pretty sure she just used it because it was dry.
That's very good.
I know. That's the
wow.
I know the first joke he ever told. We're like, oh, you can do this, but then he doesn't do it anymore.
Oh my God.
I know.
Wow.
But some people just have that, you know.
Yeah. But me and my friend were talking about it a couple days ago. We were talking about I think to have any success in all the fields, also in stand-up comedy, is that not only you have to be talented, but you also have to be sick enough to want to do it every day, or like enough to try, you know? Because like one of the funniest people that I started with, that he's so talented, every time he goes up, he's like that, very clear punchlines, presence is there, but he just doesn't, he's like, oh no, I'm just having a good time, and he will do his job. But like, if he really tried, but his parents loved him too much. So that he doesn't really try to.
What are you saying about our parents?
I'm not saying anything about us.
Yeah, I just. So he didn't want to.
He just didn't really pursue it that hard.
Yeah,
but if he did, it's over. Yeah.
Oh
he
yeah.
was really successful, really original voice, and so funny.
I believe you because I know certain people. They just do their first 5 minutes.
Right.
And then they're like, okay, I've told everything I want to say. And then they're done. They go do something else. So
let me ask you, how many hours is out now, like that you don't do anymore?
I don't know. Maybe
okay, but because I wonder
or something. I don't know.
I wonder, like, because I always wondered this, like, do you think? Because you said 5 minutes is done, but I think it's rare for a comedian to have multiple hours and be just as good. Subjectively, they're all subjective, but do you think like after like the first 2 hours it becomes a little harder?
I don't believe that.
Oh, you don't believe that?
No.
Wow.
Because like what the old Chinese adage, life's a
That's very good. That's very true.
But there's always stuff happening in your life, because I used to feel that, oh my God, I got nothing to say.
Right.
But then after a while...
When did you feel that?
After my maybe fourth Letterman or something, I was like, oh no, what should I say now?
Yeah.
But then later on, I kind of realized that, you can change your style. Or change the way you tell the jokes, or where you place the jokes.
Right.
There's a lot of things to try.
That you could try.
Yeah. I just remember someone told me that actually, a lot of famous painters. What keeps them going? They are actually a lot of times they're trying to paint the same thing. Even though we're seeing, this is a flower, that's a person, but in their mind it's very similar stuff. They painted once, they were like, oh no, I should try it another way. So they're just doing it over and over in their head, but then the paintings we saw are very different. I think it's the same with comedy. There's always new things to try. And I remember one writer said, as long as you lived past 20, you have enough material for your whole life to write about.
Wow.
You just haven't dug deep enough, there are certain things you experienced, but then you didn't realize it made an impact on you. But then gradually you kind of, pick it up later.
Wow.
Yeah, but I don't know. This sounds kind of boring.
No, it's true. I always love to, think, especially, for somebody who do 2 hours in the Letterman. I always want to learn more so that I could apply it to my own shit.
It's I'm pretty sure, that right now you're a father, you're doing stand-up, next couple of years there's new things happening with your family, your personal life. There's always things to talk about.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
That is life is a mother. Yeah. Sometimes I like with the bit, I like I was asking you this earlier, but there's something that I really wanted to talk about, but then I just don't know how to make it good. And then you said you have that trouble too, and I was happy that you have that trouble as well.
Yeah. The one thing I always want to talk about is the justice system in this country. Like
you are. Right
It's like a person can shoot someone, got thrown into prison, and be finally safe from gun violence. You think about, because the prison is the only place that's safe from mass shooting.
That's very good. That's a really good relation.
Yeah, but I couldn't make this funny. Also, the whole the witness system. You have to put your hand on the Bible to take an oath. Yeah, you're gonna tell the truth. But then they never take you off that oath. You have to always tell the truth.
Your life, very good too.
Yeah, your life's screwed.
You have to say the truth all the time.
I know.
But it's also funny that, like, what if it's already like a criminal who lies, you don't think he's gonna lie about doing the oath?
Yeah, that's another side. Yeah,
right. There's two sides there.
Exactly.
That's so
he's
funny.
a crook to begin with.
Yeah.
Lies.
No, because of this book, he's gonna be like, oh no, gotta tell the truth now. That's crazy. That's funny though.
Yeah. But I think you told me that you used to work at restaurants and stuff.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I really
you enjoyed it? Oh.
I really enjoyed it until you're like, oh, how could you? I really enjoyed it until I think I always wanted more things, like not just.
I just found being a waiter is really tough because for some reason it's very hard for me to remember people's order.
Well, I always write it down. Like those people that try to remember it, I can never do that.
Yeah,
and I don't want to make a mistake.
Oh, yeah. I'm very. You've seen this too, right? Maybe 6 or 8 people order,
right?
But okay, got it.
Yeah.
How do you do it?
Right.
Yeah.
But every time when a person does that, there's always a little bit of fear, like, oh my God, is he gonna forget? Do you know what I mean? I don't even want to give people that feeling of like, oh my God, like he's gonna forget a thing, and now I gotta, So I always write it down. But even if I write it down, sometimes sometimes I write it too fast and then can't really read it.
Oh no! What do you do? Go back to the customer. What did I write?
What is this thing?
What is this?
Yeah, between saying the calamari rings and the caterpillar roll, what did you say between that?
Or fried caterpillar.
Yeah. But I really enjoyed it because I enjoyed it mostly is just because I think there's so many. One, I love the work environment of that restaurant specifically because we're all friends, and after
you can just banter and
fuck around in the back, mess around in the back, and like sometimes if people don't finish their food, we'll go in the back and we'll eat it.
Oh really? Oh man.
Yeah, because it's a sushi restaurant.
Oh okay.
So it's like we like sushi.
Oh man,
I like sushi.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Okay. I used to work at a bar, but it doubles as a restaurant during the day.
Oh,
yeah,
that's great.
But it's just all cold sandwiches and stuff.
Oh, you don't want cold sandwiches.
I know, especially leftover cold sandwiches.
Did you like those or no?
No, I just feel really stressful, because taking people's order, and also some customers, they're kind of lazy. We have the menu posted on the wall, big letters. It comes up like, what do you have?
Right.
Yeah, they have to just go down the list all the time.
Worst.
Yeah, I know.
Whenever people say, hey, they literally have their menu, they do the same thing.
Oh, okay.
I will point at they'll be like, hey, what do you have on your entree? And they literally have the menu. I point at the thing and I go, we have this and that. But I will read it though. I'll read it out loud. Okay. So they'll just to divert their attention to the menu, and so that, because it's ridiculous. Yeah. But I do it with a smile because good customer service.
Oh, I see.
Because we had comment cards at the restaurant. Oh, okay. So I always try to do my best. But some days I just take one for the team. Oh, okay. Some days I just go, this is not it. I'll take a bad comment today.
Oh, yeah. We also have some customers pays everything by check. And that's not a big deal, but once he wanted to add something, this was like years ago, like 67 cents.
Right.
He still writes a check. I was like, oh, man. But, I talking about it, I feel like I probably have a slight ADHD or something.
I think, I do.
Oh, really? That's why I'm always worried, when they're placing the order with me, I'm just gonna forget certain parts. It just stresses me out,
Wow, but you write it down though, no? Or do you not write it down?
No, I still try to memorize it.
Why?
Because it looks better. Nobody else writes it down. I don't want.
Nobody else writes it down.
No.
What kind of restaurant is this?
Just
sandwich spot.
It's just sandwich spot.
Oh my God.
Po' boy,
that's really stressful.
Yeah, I know.
Where was this?
This is in Texas, where I went to school. Yeah.
Oh.
So, I always ask people, what what's your favorite joke right now? It doesn't have to be yours. It could be other people's. It's just like,
well, my favorite joke is mine for sure, but
no. And not just one. It's 3 hours.
My entire time doing stand-up, I have one. Very good. Even when you ask me that, I don't. That's interesting. I like. You know what? I like. I mean, there's so many. Like when people, I can never really figure out, think about which one joke. But I love I love. This is a different answer than what the question you asked, but I admire so much really good writing, always. But sometimes the thing that makes me laugh the most is how people performed it, or like the small nuance of how you feel about your own joke. Like sometimes when you perform, you will say the thing and it's funny, and I admire how you wrote the joke, but then after is you reacting to like what the right? Right, everybody, what the is that? And I see that in your face, and I enjoy that too, because that to me is authentic, and to you, like you really feel something about that subject matter, and it seems ridiculous to you that this is happening, and everybody's like, and you're like, this is
okay. I see what you're saying.
That I enjoy that part, because that shows character. That shows like it does not. Not only that the joke was funny, but also. It shows that you care about the thing, and
also in the moment.
In the moment. I love those things.
I started to appreciate those moments more now. Because in the past I just thought those are just fluff, just like icing on the top.
That's very Chinese of you.
Try
to cut everything out.
Exactly.
Except try to cut all the fat.
Exactly.
The fat is where the flavor is.
But now I enjoy it more now. But in the past, it's like, okay, that's a joke. The rest is
unnecessary.
Unnecessary. You should just use a spoon and pick it out and throw it away.
But you know what though? It is true, because even when I started doing stand-up, I think it was the landscape and community of stand-up, and the expectation of stand-up was that it was tighter. But now people appreciate the fat and like the flavoring more, so you don't have to get to the funny as fast as before. But if you say something fun or meaningful, people are like, this is good. Even if it's not funny. Right? Like the expectation of a stand-up. Before it just like get to the punchline, make it hilarious.
Exactly.
And to the next one. But you feel that way as well?
Oh, definitely. Because sometimes I have some friends regurgitating jokes they heard from the 80s.
Oh no!
I was like, whoa! Why are we laughing at this stuff? Just because back in the 80s, it's all just basically just punchline.
Right.
But even when I was working on my late night set for the first time, basically Letterman's producer is their talent coordinator. They just straight tell me, hey, I think your material is okay, but we don't like the fact that you're smiling on stage. It gives people the impression that you're hinting at people or leading people to laugh. Just to go back to a comedy club and tape the whole set without smiling.
Right.
So have you run your own mic before?
Have I run my own mic?
To organize your own show and stuff.
I did it for a month. I did it in Orange, Oceanside, and there was this theater, and there's like a side room that seats like 50, 60 people, and everybody was doing it. Everybody was producing shows, and I thought I should produce one so that I could maybe have leverage in, getting to know more comedians that way, and swap opportunities. And then I'll print out flyers, and every show I got 20 people to 40 people.
Oh, that's nice.
But they have like an open mic there, and then they have like a farmer's market every Thursday. So I would go there to flyer once a week for like 6 hours. And like I would just give it out just in the market and stuff. I'm always, after that day, I'm so exhausted, and then I'll go to like the hotels and businesses to be like, hey, would you please like let me leave this here, or like is there any way that you could just so that people know about the show. I did that for 2 months. 2 months actually I had the show, but I cannot believe the amount of time and businesses that I went to only got 10 to 40 people to show up for those 2 months, and I have to book people, make flyers. It was a terrible investment. I was, and then at the same time I had to work and also book comics and do my own. I had to go do mics too. That was the worst thing that I never done it again. And then I booked it because sometimes if you could give certain people opportunity, maybe your friends will be like, "Oh, you're not gonna have me on your lineup." I'm like, bro, I'm trying to get everybody. I can't get it to you immediately. So this is like you remember MySpace, like the top 8, I think, or like the top 8 of MySpace is equivalent to the Instagram following today, I think, because they're like, oh, I'm not your best friend. It's like, dude, this is way too stressful. So I just never did it. I'm like, if you like me, politics. Yeah. I'm like, if you like me, you're gonna book me. If you don't like me, then don't book me.
Oh yeah.
That's just what did. Have you ran shows? And how was your experience?
I used to run a show in Boston.
Yeah.
Yeah, and asked a comedian, hey, do you want to get on my show? It's Sunday afternoon, blah, blah, blah. He said, Joe, I love you, but I cannot go to a show where there's no chance of me succeeding. I was like, okay, at least he's straightforward.
How long did you run the show for?
For half a year, 6 months.
Bro,
oh man,
that is a terrible show that you're running. If somebody said that to your face,
yeah. But to be fair, I love the guy because he's like that to everybody.
Oh, great,
yeah,
great.
Yeah. So it's like, oh, that's funny. I don't take offense.
Okay. Yeah. How many people would show up to your show usually? Like regular audience?
Mostly comedians.
Okay.
They're probably it fluctuates between 0 to 12 people.
Okay.
Yeah. And I remember once we had one audience. He was drunk out of his mind. He was playing, what was that thing, a little bit, a game? Keto or something? Remember?
Oh, Keno,
yeah, the bar game.
Bar game, yeah.
He was drinking, doing this. And there were some new comedians on stage. He just guesses their punchline. And he was right like 60-70% of the time.
Oh my God.
I know. It's just, I feel so bad for the comedian.
That's, yeah.
From that point, I was like, oh, your punchline has to be something people can't think of. Otherwise, you're screwed.
You're screwed.
It's horrible.
I think there should be a vetting process through that guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right. If he could guess more than 15% of your whole set, you gotta do better.
I know. But then sometimes people don't take hints.
That is so crazy.
Oh yes, it is.
Oh my God. Do you think that sometimes, because me and my friend were talking about this recently, I think I feel like there's always going to be a percentage of comedians that the punchline is very like predictable and
but some people can act it out,
Yeah, can act it out.
Yeah, exactly. They just kind of gloss over the fact that the punchline was kind of not one.
Right.
Right.
Sometimes because I'm pretty critical about myself as well. Oh, earlier we were talking about how like the smiling thing, like performing without smiling. I think that's part of the whole like writing and performing thing as well. So in the beginning, when I started to do stand-up, I just did goofy things like I do now, but and do a lot of act outs, be loud and talk about penis, just mostly penis.
Okay.
But like, I think that's why I think it's great when you're in New York or LA. I think people, especially coming up in the open mic scene or just being in LA, you're more critical about yourself. I think people who are more self-aware are like that, more critical about yourself. And that was one of the things that I got. They're like, why are you smiling and laughing and like just tell your jokes and for like 2 years I was so depressed. Oh, because I thought I was moving too much and it was, I think even just 7-8 years ago it was stricter. Like you have to have like just punchlines, you know?
Yeah.
But then I forced myself to just not move and just say the punchlines. And I tried to do that for 2 years, like 1.5 years at least.
You're
but
pretty
then
disciplined.
Yeah, but I was depressed the whole time.
Oh, really?
But I wanted my peers to like respect what I do and not just talk about penises the whole time.
Screw peers.
No, we all want peers is validation. I think, well, at least I want it. Yeah. And then I did do that. But I think that's a great note for maybe for you as well, because even though that wasn't really who I am and how I like to perform, but I think it forces you to be a better writer and be more aware to kind of. Well, I think your style is just writing. Like
in the beginning, I also have, move a little bit, smile. But then from that point on, I'm just tighter, Right. It helps. Yeah,
it helps, right?
Yeah, but then it kind of confuses my son when he was younger. He was like, "Daddy, why do you look so mad on stage?" Because like little kid, they just want to see happy face and do this. That's to them, that's comedy.
That's comedy, right?
Yeah.
But now I just try to like, if I feel like I'm having fun, I'll just have fun.
Oh yeah.
Because I think if we tried to do that. And it's good that we, do the thing, but I think it's more natural, however you feel.
Yeah, I think later on I took some hints from Louis C.K. actually. He just said, "Oh, I hope Joe can enjoy the stage more." Because I was required to be like that.
A certain way.
But Louis C.K. said, "Oh, I wish you can." So I said, "Oh, okay."
That's hilarious. But you know that like. There is a thing where if other comedians see you, I mean, obviously the general public watching the show as well, but if other comedians see you having fun, they know that you're having fun. And some maybe even be upset and jealous that you're having fun.
Oh, really?
Oh, for sure. Because I remember this one time I was in Hong Kong doing a festival, and there's this guy, Deepak, he was crushing. And then there's two comedians that was like, yeah, he's having fun, man. I remember that moment very clearly because I'm like, I don't know if you're like happy about him having the best time. But I think that's why sometimes, like in the beginning, when I was like too goofy, or even now, I don't think comedians like it because sometimes a lot of comics are a little darker and they're like, well, why don't you be sad like me?
Yeah. But as I'm getting older, I appreciate the darker material. But on the other hand, I don't want to force this onto other comedians. Because when you're younger, life is just more fun.
It's more fun.
Yeah, exactly. You just go with it, right? When you're older, you have both.
You have both. Right. You have both. But it definitely goes darker.
Oh yeah,
I feel it in my set.
Oh really? Yeah, really?
Yes, I like when I started stand up, I never talked about suicide.
Oh really?
Yeah, that came later.
Oh okay, but. Yeah, but I remember your joke about guns. You mentioned about at least half the gun deaths is attributed to suicide or something.
Right.
Yeah.
But I would never think about that when I first started comedy. I was talking about how fun and how good it feels to be jerking off and going to parties, throwing ass, dancing, twerking, and stuff like that. Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah. You still do that? the party dancing.
Well, the other thing, the private stuff. You go through phases. I think you go through. I like to do it more, but I think life really beats the masturbation out of me.
sometimes you don't have the time.
Sometimes you don't have the time.
Get too busy,
Yeah, too busy.
Yeah.
Too busy. And I think stress too.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you do it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Is it nice still?
Not as exciting. Yeah, nothing is as good as before. Man. That's why it's always advisable just not to get older. That's
Yeah, I was thinking about this. I was talking about it with my friend too. I think about that. Oh, I was talking to my psychiatrist actually about this. Like a lot of the days I would think like, oh, would I regret this? Would I regret what I do today? Because what if I die tomorrow or a week or whatever? But she said it's unhealthy to think that way because you're just doing it out of trying to live your life perfectly instead of value, like what you value,
Oh, I see.
Because if you value something, you do that. Yeah, but
you know what? That's I like that message because people always say this. Just live your life as if you're gonna die tomorrow.
Yeah, stupid.
Oh yeah, I know. It's like, but life is not that short.
It's not
honest.
that short.
Yeah.
Most likely you're gonna live.
Yeah, I mean, not that short, not too long either. But just
Right.
yeah. But my main complaint is life is just too narrow. So you should experience that little few things and that's it. It's like what? Yeah.
Damn, that is true. I think that's a good premise to maybe write about this. Too narrow.
Yeah, you don't have the time to experience everything. You just Yeah.
Most people are just they do one thing.
Yeah.
But also, but you think is it too narrow because we choose that, and based on, or do you think mostly just because circumstance?
Oh, yeah, I think more like circumstance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because if you look at successful people, they experience a lot of different things because people give them the opportunity to do it.
That's very true.
Yeah, or they have the money to do it.
Man, I can't wait to be successful.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but then, yeah, I mean, yeah, success is...
What are some of the things that, that you would want to do if you could do anything? Like, what are the things that you would love to do?
I'll probably just, save time on chores.
Okay.
So
hire somebody to do it?
Oh, yeah. Just like, for example, with the things we talked about, just editing videos, record this, just hire people to do it.
Right.
That's a great thing I'm looking forward to.
So still about career?
Yeah, because I enjoy comedy.
Yes.
But then the technical part is kind of I'm not that technical.
Right.
I used to be pretty technical, but for some reason after I started doing comedy, I just lost it.
Because it's so fun what we do.
Yeah.
We don't want to do anything else.
Yeah, I guess.
And then everything else is just a chore. Everything. It's just the worst. But what's like something outside of your career that you would like to experience?
Oh,
because you have a family, you have a career now. I think that's mostly everything.
But
what else do you?
Maybe have my family live a more comfortable life. That kind of thing. But on the other hand, I'm not sure that's good for them. To be honest, if a kid just grow up in a really privileged environment.
Yeah.
I don't think it's good for them.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, because I'm not just saying to pander to poor people like our audience. I remember watching some documentaries, the super rich kids. They're just like, I don't understand what people are laughing about. Because most jokes are geared toward middle-class people or even poor people. When they hear the jokes, they couldn't get it.
Right.
Yeah. I said,
That's true.
Okay. Yeah, I know.
Damn.
You just think about all the pop culture stuff.
Right.
It's not just jokes, movies and music. It's all about everyday
Daily life.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. If they don't live that life, then they have to do some other stuff. That's why a lot of rich kids are into weird shit.
Wow.
Yeah, So.
What are some weird things that I wonder? What are some of the weird?
You wonder, huh?
Yeah, I wonder like what.
Yeah, but then I don't know. I didn't come from that background either.
Yeah.
But that's just what they're talking about. They even dating, they only date other people from rich family.
Right.
They are just super paranoid about losing their wealth.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I'm not that wealthy.
Oh yeah. Well, you're just glad maybe for 30 seconds, or maybe 30 minutes after this podcast. You go home. Oh man, I wish I had the money. Yeah.
What was the thing I had a time?
Yeah, but do you like cook and do chores at home? Or?
Yeah, so
yeah.
Between me and my wife, I do laundry, and she does dishes, which is not fair because I think laundry is a lot easier to do. But sometimes I still do the dishes, and I want credit for it. Every time I do the dishes, I go, I did it today. That was right. You said I never do dishes. I did it. But
yeah,
I really don't. Do you do them?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Do you do more than?
Well, when I'm not traveling or touring, at least I will do the dishes.
Okay.
Or sometimes I will cook a little bit too, because I'm not a good cook. That's the problem. But then I'll try it.
Or is it an excuse?
Oh yeah, but I wish that's the case.
Oh,
but sometimes
okay.
like my son really wants to have something nice, but I cook it as too salty or something. Just totally.
But the effort matters to your wife.
No, it doesn't matter. Asian people
never good
the
enough.
Flavor is the most important.
It's the most
important.
important.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. You spend 2 days on this.
If it's not good, it's
not
good.
good. Yeah, exactly.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I feel like they just have the magical touch. I don't know. Is it a women thing? I don't know. Maybe they just have. I don't know. But she cooks most of the time.
Yeah, but my wife's theory is she cares more. You should go on YouTube to see how the people cook.
Right.
Yeah, but I'm still like, but still,
You still have to do the thing.
Yeah, and then
timing.
Exactly. I have a degree in biochemistry. We used to do experiments. Down to the second.
Right.
Everything's so. But still, even with that, I can screw it up. I don't know why. Yeah.
It takes a little bit of talent for sure, I think.
Oh yeah. You have to have kind of a knack for it or something. Yeah.
What? Let me ask you this. I think this is a topic that. You know how sometimes we we have to balance between working and away and spending time with family. So it's like, do you spend more time to make money for your family, or do you spend time with them?
Yeah, that's a.
And what's the solution?
That's
here?
very hard,
What's the solution?
Yeah.
Give it to us, Joe.
It basically just a question: how do you balance work and life?
Yeah. Do you feel guilty?
Yeah, my answer used to be it's easy, just have neither. That's good. But still, that's not a right answer. But yeah, I do feel guilty. It's slightly better now. But I just remember when my son was about 2-3 years old. That's the time I used to tour a lot, college tour, this and that. Sometimes I just go away for a week. I just remember when I was pulling my car out and see my son's face on the window. I was man, it was just crushing. It was really sad. And then I go home. My son would sometimes arrive at like 1 a.m. or something. He would leave a note. Hey, Daddy, I missed you. Blah blah.
How old was he?
He was like 2-3. I remember.
Oh, wow.
I was like, oh no! Man, it's really tough to tour at that age.
Right.
Yeah.
Damn, 2-3. I don't know what I'm gonna do because
Sorry, I didn't mean to bomb you out. But,
no.
No, you have a year and a half.
Yeah, year and a half.
Yeah.
And you 17 now is probably a little bit easier. Would you say or no?
Oh yeah, a lot easier because. They don't want to be.
They
don't want to see you. Oh, you're going away. Oh, great. Are you okay? Oh, yeah.
That's good to know.
But it's kind of sad too. It's like,
That's very true.
I just,
you don't miss me anymore.
Don't matter anymore.
Damn, life is tough, man. I am not looking
tough.
forward to tomorrow. Why did I do this with you? Making me sad. No. But yeah, my daughter's 1.5 years, and
but it's good to kind of anticipate that.
Definitely.
Prepare, yeah.
I never knew like some of the emotions that I would feel to have a kid before I have a kid.
Oh yeah.
But it's sweet. It's sweet and also really sad at the same time. But I rather have these kind of emotions than never get to experience it.
I wouldn't trade it for anything else.
Right.
Yeah, but it is.
Well,
now my concern is what I'm gonna do when he goes to college. Like, seriously,
right?
Yeah.
But I think that's the best time with you and your wife to maybe spend more time.
Oh, who wants that? No.
We're gonna leave that part in.
No.
We're actually gonna make that a clip for Joe specifically.
The thing was, you have to kind of replan everything.
Right.
Because right now
It's
he's
gonna be
the
different.
center.
Right. Yeah. But I think it will be good. I think change is good. But my daughter, like, this is a part, like, every time I leave and then my wife comes with her, and like every time I leave, I'm like trying to do like a funny, try to make her laugh, you know?
Oh, yeah.
But the moment I close the door, that shit hurts so much, man.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, cause you can't leave like sad because they see you sad and they're like, "What is this? Why?"
Yeah.
That makes you more sad.
Oh yeah, I know.
But then as you make them laugh and as you do fun things, the moment you leave, it's already hurting. It's already hurting.
You just don't think too far ahead. You really have to be in the moment.
In the moment.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's very true. You gotta live in the moment.
Oh. Well, that's our message from this podcast.
Live in the moment.
Yeah, live in the moment.
Don't
smile on
rent.
stage.
On stage.
You goof around on stage. Don't think about what's gonna happen next moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh yeah. Well, thanks for. Oh, it's over.
What? I thought you said that.
No.
You were the one that wrapped it up.
No, because that was the moment. I just feel it's appropriate to say that.
Oh!
No, it's okay.
I thought you were wrapping me up. I was like, oh, okay.
It's okay. But, how long has this been now? I don't want to keep you too long.
Oh, no, I'm good. Yeah,
okay,
whatever, yeah.
By the way, do you want to, do you have any shows coming up?
Yeah, I would love, I'm touring.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm doing shows on the road. Yeah, find me at jasoncheny.com.
Okay.
Yeah, come see. I would love people to see my shows because I need it.
Oh yeah, well,
because I need it. Okay, do you know what's another thing?
Yeah.
Is that because right now I do need people to come to the shows, but like sometimes when people, I can't wait to be famous enough so that I could. When people go, oh, let me support you to come. I don't want your fucking pity support, man. Because sometimes you want to support me, but you don't like what I do. You just there, not laughing.
Oh, yeah.
I can't wait to tell people not to come. I can't wait to do that. I can't wait to be.
Yeah, but here's the thing,
successful enough so that, don't get me wrong, I want the people who like me to come.
Yeah.
But I don't want the fucking pity comes. If you pity me, don't come. Don't put this out. I'm just kidding. This is fine. Am I wrong or no? What is this?
No.
If I go support you, I don't want you to feel bad that you need me. I go support you because I want to and I like you. Am I wrong?
I think you're totally wrong. Any support is good for me. Okay.
Damn.
If you don't like the pity support, come to my show.
Damn.
But I totally understand, how tough it is to promote shows and stuff. But on the other hand, this is the silver lining. If you're still struggling and if you just walk into a room and still a lot of people don't know you in that room, I think that's actually great for material.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, yeah, because when some people are getting really famous, they walk into a room, They don't even have to say anything. People just laugh. You know,
yeah.
It's very hard to know if your material is any good.
Because you said you experienced that, and that's very true. You don't know what people's intentions
exactly, are. Yeah. So it's like, and also,
I'm so glad.
Comedy is a motherfucker. Okay,
Right.
You know, if you think you're above comedy is gonna bite you in the ass. That's what it is. I've seen a lot of famous people. They're like, oh, comedy is easy. I got this.
Right.
I just know this. He's gonna go down, man. Seriously, it's a very cruel art. You know, just like you think you got it. No, you don't.
Yeah.
You still have to just grind it out. Yeah. That's just my 2 cents.
I'm so glad that I'm just a regular guy, man. I'm so glad I'm not above yet. I'm living a normal life.
Yeah, I know.
Grinding it out.
Yeah, because once you're up there, it's kind of hard. Okay. I know.
I'm so glad I'm not up there right now and living the delusional.
Okay.
Delusional
well,
world.
At least I'm glad my lecture worked. Make one person feel good about it. So, yeah.
But you know what? Also, I think like financially too.
Oh yeah,
that's such a big thing.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know how. I never was not in a huge credit card debt.
Oh.
And I had points that I got out of it, and that feeling was like, I couldn't believe it. Like I couldn't believe like how I approach shows and just going through the day.
Yeah, I mean,
but
unfortunately, I was never in a credit card debt.
Oh,
yeah, because when I was really struggling, actually I borrowed money from other immigrants.
Yeah,
that in the immigrant community at the time it was okay, because I remember we live in this apartment, and sometimes we have our neighbors have blacks and Hispanics. Even they borrow money from us, and then they return it. They just that's okay. But then I know, but you're talking about thousands of dollars in debt. Yeah. I think the most debt I got was $6,800.
Wow.
But that's still, I hate debt.
I hate it.
Yeah. Oh, you too.
But I never thought I would be in that position. But when it happens, you really get used to it.
Oh,
like
really?
you get used to paying the minimum. Like before, when I was just working at a restaurant, nothing else. To me, having a huge credit card debt was unfathomable because the APR was so high. Yeah, it's always so high. But like once you go into like a hole, you kind of just accept it, and you go, oh, okay, I'll just try to pay as much as I can, and then go through life like that. But then the decision you make each day and it affects your life. Like throughout everything, like food, like everything in that way, and then sometimes you just can't do a thing. But but sometimes when people give you advice, but when you are in that hole, it's so hard. They just go, why can't you just do this?
Yeah.
Why can't you just save a little money and do things?
Yeah.
Like sometimes you just can't fucking do it.
Oh, yeah.
And sometimes people go, well, why did you get yourself in that place in the first place? It's like, I made some mistakes.
I know.
I made some mistakes.
If you can travel in time, I have it out. But, it's
I wouldn't be having that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Man.
Anyways.
Yeah, but then I think we were talking about why some comedians are not happy or happy. That's like, the money is a big reason. Yeah. People don't talk about it. Especially in America, people are so ashamed of talking about money.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like, But then, like in China, ironically, everybody's very open.
Everybody.
I
think in most Asian countries, people would just ask you, so how much you make?
Oh, yeah, I know, yeah.
Just in front of everybody.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. You're still making this?
Yeah, you're right.
You're the 43.
Yeah. It's like, damn.
Just
like,
really
you don't think I know?
No.
Like, obviously, before I came here, I was dreading that you're going to say this.
Yeah. That's why a lot of young people in China They don't even want to see their relatives anymore.
Because there's all negative.
Yeah.
And when I'm eating too.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
It's like, why don't you eat?
Yeah.
It's like, because the shit you said 5 minutes ago in front of everybody.
Yeah, I know.
Why? The food was amazing until you said that shit. Now it's bitter.
Yeah, but one theory is if you grow up with that kind of parents, you're probably tougher later in life. You're just kind of immune with words, you know. Words just doesn't hurt you anymore.
Okay, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe it hurts less.
Yeah, exactly.
Somebody, yeah.
Oh, by the way, were you born in America or?
I was born in Taiwan, and then when I was 14, I immigrated here.
Oh, okay. That's probably you still speak Mandarin.
Mandarin, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I forgot most of like the writing because I could read, but some words I would forget, and I could write really simple stuff.
Oh, okay.
But I wish I practiced more. Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, there is. I think there were some Mandarin stand-up comedy scenes in certain cities. Not in LA, ironically, but in San Francisco, New York.
Oh,
yeah.
There's this guy, Des Bishop. Do you know him?
Oh, yeah, I know him. Oh, yeah.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, he was. When he was in China, I got him on a TV show.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's really nice.
He did really well. Yeah.
But this is another thing that I wanted to say sometimes, because I feel like if a white guy could speak Chinese and do comedy, and it's like, wow, this guy's fucking amazing. And then we do it, and they're like, why? Can you speak English? Like, can you do it? Why did you do the wrong grammar?
But that's that. Yeah, totally. That's.
What the f is that?
Yeah, not just in comedy.
In the life.
In the life, yeah. Because remember, there are a lot of Americans, Canadians go to China to teach English.
Right.
And in a lot of cases, white guys got paid more than Asian guys.
I know, still.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly. Even though the white guy could be from Ukraine.
Could be
or
Ukraine.
Kazakhstan.
Right, but they look it. They have their skin is pale.
Exactly. They not even that pale. Sometimes they just look
a little brown.
More, yeah, exactly.
You could be brown.
Yeah, I know. I was sometimes thinking if Borat was there.
Oh, for sure. You would get paid more.
Get paid more.
You could know less information about the language. But as long as your skin is of the foreigner, then you're fine.
Exactly.
But also, we perpetuate that too in Asia. Is if we see a foreigner, predominantly if you're Caucasian, if you speak Mandarin, we're like, and then even if it's broken, we're like, oh my god, you're so good.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Oh, you know what I mean?
Wow, you know how to say ni hao.
Yeah.
Jesus
oh my
Christ.
God, you are a genius.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
But we're over here trying to do comedy, doing okay. And then people are like, yeah, nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
This person's still having that. Like, I would see comments of like, oh, why is he using an Asian accent to do his set? It's like, what the fuck are you talking about right now? This is a miracle.
Oh, I got the same thing when I was first time on TV.
They said the same thing?
Yeah, they were like, oh, Joe's faking his accent. I said, dude, I'm not faking my accent. I'm faking the entire thing.
I saw that. I remember that.
I know, yeah, everything.
It's so ridiculous.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Because I don't know how long you've been there and then you did that set, but it's like you just learned the language, man. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I learned for a couple of years.
Oh, 2 years, 3 years, whatever. Yeah, and then you're using it. It's like, what are you saying right now?
But also, I think, I mean, at the time, there are two things. One is at the time, I don't have any example. I don't see any people from other country or from other language doing it in English yet. So that was kind of scary. I don't know if I can do it. And also, even the bookers have the concern. They were like, oh, because I live in New York, I understand you, but what about people in the Midwest? I was like, what?
What?
Yeah, did you feel the Midwest, is not as metropolitan?
Oh my God! You know what? This is also something that I learned more recently too. Is that sometimes you think like people within the industry just working not as the talent, but as everything else, whether it be club bookers or whatever. I really thought that these people know way more than I do because that is their profession, but I was wrong.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes, like, so more often than not, I go, how the f do you not know this thing? And I know this thing. But it took me, I was in denial because a lot of times I'm like, there's no way, I have to be wrong. Like for a really long time, I go, there's no way I would know more because this is their whole career. They have to know more every day. This is what they do.
Yeah.
And I was wrong about that. People are just people, and some people just don't know stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of people, and they just, that's so crazy to me.
Yeah, there's a Chinese phrase, 所有的事儿都草台班子，草台班子。
草台班子。
Yeah.
草台班子。
草台班 just means, like most people don't know anything.
Right.
I have the feeling too. There's any field you get into, you could be a researcher, and you could go to a research institute for rocket science.
Right.
80% of people there has no idea what's going on.
No idea.
Oh, no idea.
Of course, there's some people who know everything about everything.
Yeah.
But a lot of people.
They just go along. They don't know anything. But if you ask them, they tell you a lot.
They say a lot of nothing.
I know that's what really bugs me. It's like if you don't know, just say it. No, they're gonna tell you
all the things.
Yes.
Even and you're afraid that you say no because that's gonna hurt their ego. And their pride, and they go, "What are you talking about? Like, this is the thing." But you're obviously objectively, you could Google it. You're wrong.
Exactly. Yeah.
That is so crazy, man.
Yeah, everywhere is the same. Now it's gradually kind of learned.
Gradually, yeah.
Yeah, but then like Seinfeld said the same thing. He used to say all the producers, executives, just trust the artist. Just we stood in front of strangers years and years. We kind of know our audience, but then the executives, they actually don't quite know. But then they feel they know. So
Such a crazy thing.
All right. Okay. All right. Well, good luck with your shows. It's JasonCheny.com.
CHENY.com. Thank you guys so much.
CHENY.com.
Yeah.
Jason
Thank
Cheny.
you. Thank you for having me, Joe.
Okay. All right.
It's been a great
Thank
time.
you. Yeah. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you, man.
Hopefully we'll do more of these.
Yes, I would love it.
Okay.
It's a good time.
Cool. Thanks.
Thank you.